How's it going, everyone? This is Mike, Gray 1951, and I'm here with a slightly different angle to the room that I usually make my videos in. So I would show off my new bookcases that I put together, and I also want to see if this little light here, this beautiful spinning light, will show up in the video. I have a feeling it probably won't. It's too bright, but isn't that cool? Just thought I would add some visual interest to the video. Okay, so, and my cell phone is recharging. And the reason I'm here is to talk about one of the films that I bought at the Criterion half price sale at Barnes & Noble about a week ago. This is July 2017, so the sale is going on now, and actually bought four things. And I'm going to do a video later on talking about all the things that I bought while showing them, because I do intend to go back at least one more time, maybe twice. There's some other things I'd like to pick up. But I do want to talk about a film that I watched the other night that I'd never seen before, and the reason I'm talking about it now is because I was so disappointed in it that I've already made plans to get rid of it. I tend to have very strong feelings about videos and films that if I don't like something, I see no reason to keep it on the shelf. So I've already found a good home for it. The movie is Thief. It's all so bright in here. Thief. Directed by Michael Mann, 1981. It was Michael Mann's first feature film, and it stars James Caan and Tuesday Weld. Also, let's see, James Belushi is in it. Willie Nelson has a small part in it. And first, let's talk about what I like about the film. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. It's filmed a lot. Well, a lot of us filmed on streets of Chicago, and it's beautiful. It reminds me of Taxi Driver in the way that it looks. And instead of having a beautiful jazz score as Taxi Driver did, this has a hypnotic electronic music score by Tangerine Dream, which really is terrific. So those two things I like about it. Now, the reason I bought this film in the first place was because I'm a big fan of Tuesday Weld, which I've talked about here before, and I'm trying to catch as many of her performances over the years that I managed to miss when they first came out. So I wanted to see this. I've seen a few clips from it on YouTube showing interaction between James Caan and Tuesday Weld, and I really liked what I saw. Little did I know that those would be pretty much the only things about the film that I liked, and I can just watch them on YouTube. There's no reason to keep this. So James Caan plays an ex-con who is a big-time jewel thief. I mean, he really knows how to do it, and he also has a couple of businesses. He has a used car lot and a neighborhood bar, which sort of provide a cover for what he really is doing in life. So he's trying to get enough money from stealing other people's jewelry so that he can just get out of the whole life altogether. And he forms a very unlikely and slightly unbelievable relationship with this woman named Jessie, played by Tuesday Weld, who is working as a cashier in a diner that he goes to. And they get together very quickly. She is also somebody with a rather troubled past, and they're both kind of looking for anybody to latch onto. At least that's the way it came off. And Willie Nelson plays a very close friend of Frank, the guy played by James Caan, who was still in prison. They were very close in prison. James Caan was in prison for 17 years, and so the plot of the film is just showing this man's life. It's basically his life as a jewel thief, his attempts at having a personal life, a relationship, and in my opinion, the whole thing fails because James Caan's character is completely unsympathetic and in my opinion, totally unlikable. Now, I know that the scenes that he plays with Jessie, Tuesday Weld, and with the character played by Willie Nelson, whose name I've forgotten, I'm sorry, are meant to show his human side. But for me, it didn't come off. And maybe it's because I don't like James Caan that much as an actor. I think he does a good job as this very one-dimensional, unlikable character. He does a good acting job. But to me, the film has no heart. It shows the very industrial side, and that's exactly what it looks like. Being a jewel thief looks like working in a machine shop with all of the torches and the tools they have to cut safes open and all sorts of things. And it was just, and I think in listening to an interview by Michael Mann on this disc, that's what he was trying to show, the reality of what it is to be this high class thief, high class, high stakes. And I don't know, I felt that the film had no heart, and just and then of course toward the end, when the bloodbaths begin, the shootings, the killings done in glorious slow motion photography to show every spurt of blood coming out of someone's chest, then we get into the explosion segment, and there are a couple of just really spectacular explosions. So if you like explosions, and if you like blood, and if you're a big action movie fan, you'll probably love this. And I may be in the very small minority of people who do not like this movie, but it just didn't work for me at all, and so it was a big disappointment. And even Tuesday Wells' character, and I think that she does a very good job with the character she's given to play. It's also a very one-dimensional character, and as much as I love her, I think pretty much any actress of that age could have done it, and done it pretty well. So just the chance to watch her act and to gaze into her gorgeous brown eyes, those are not enough incentives to make me want to watch this movie again. If I want to watch those clips with her interacting with James Caan, I can just watch them on YouTube. And this is something that I will not be keeping on my show. So that is my comment on this Criterion. I decided to title this video Criterion Comments. I may make this into a regular series where I talk about some of the Criterions that I have, that I'm acquiring and that I've had over the years. In imitation of my good friends DVD Collector 1974 and Forkerball, who have been doing a feature for quite a while called Criterion Corner. And I figure if you want to imitate somebody, you might as well imitate the best. So, sorry guys, I'm taking your idea. We'll see how far it goes. But anyway, so those are my opinions of Thief. And this movie is going to go to my best friend, my good friend Dave Koenig, who also is known as A Fiend on Film, and he promises to give it a good home. So let me have it. Let me hear your opinions about Thief, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who disagree with me. I will be glad to listen to everybody's ideas. Okay? Thank you for watching.